Play on, high ball. Moore's going to mark it. I reckon we're out of time.
All right. I actually do not remember the last time I came to level 4 of the MCG.
The very first one of these games was a draw.
Nah, except for COVID. Feels like I'm 5 years old again, dreaming of playing at the G.
Siren, it's a draw. It's a drawn Anzac Day. 29 years after the very first one finished the exact same way.
When you run out for the first time, like you run onto the field, you definitely look up, and in a big game like Anzac Day, you do notice that every seat at the top is just full.
I think both fan bases didn't know whether to celebrate or be disappointed with the draw, but it was the one time probably ever that both fan bases walked away somewhat happy and talking to each other after the first draw in '95 when this game started.
Traditionally, it was seen as a sacred sort of day because the sentiment in the community was still very raw. You're talking about veterans, you're talking about people who lost their brothers, their sons in the Great War. So very early on it had a certain reverence about it. There were a confluence of factors that led to 1925 being the first time that football could be played. A lot of the football teams wanted to get a practice match in, including the Melbourne Football Club, whose home ground was the MCG. They decided to play, but donate whatever proceeds they gained from the match to what you now know as the RSL. We don't even have photos of this game. But having said that, it's significant because in retrospect, we've seen what Anzac Day has become to Australian society.
And then finally, just want to acknowledge the pain of war that runs through so many families across this country. So to the families of those who have served, thank you so much for your service. Thank you.
What was really interesting the first time I spoke on Anzac Day, I got a lot of correspondence and letters from different RSL groups. There was this fear, not fear, but concern that as the game and the AFL and sport in Australia has this enormous marketing budget and this real power behind it to generate fanfare and buzz and TV time and clicks and all that stuff, that the broader meaning would sort of be forgotten and that Anzac Day would become more about a game of football than it would about the broader occasion.
At the time, it might have gone unnoticed, but I think it's valid that we notice it now, particularly because we do have Anzacs who are actually playing in that game. People who were shot, who were gassed, people who saw their friends die.
It's sort of hard to comprehend what they did go through. Jack Jones had some amazing and incredible, sad stories about his experience at war through the 40s and gave us probably more insight about what it would have actually been like at war. We're so lucky and fortunate. Again, we don't try and compare, but we certainly take lessons from those people.
Feel I know. For I am with thee.
And so when I received a lot of letters thanking me for acknowledging people, they were sort of saying it meant a lot and it was powerful for them to hear that that hasn't been forgotten from a younger generation, like from a younger person in a younger voice.
I think it's only going to get bigger and bigger as the years go on and the industry continues to educate and celebrate what the day means for the country and for New Zealand as well.
Yeah, I will help thee.
If it's used to sort of like recognise and commemorate something as big in Australia's history as Anzac and later wars, it can only be a good thing.
And I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness.